Hi and welcome back to another episode of Rick's Garage. So today I thought I would do a little video on a progress update on my Alfa Romeo GTV. So see you in a minute, stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to another episode. So yeah, I thought to do a quick video, just a little progress update on my Alfa Romeo GTV, to be honest. So yeah, as you can see, it's in the background. I've actually had sheets over it for the past, well, months and months and months, to be honest. So today I thought I would take the sheets off, get a bit of air to it, to be honest, and you know, I just wanted to see it, I'm not gonna lie. But whilst they're here, it's just a good time to give you a good progress update on the car. So that's what we'll do now. Okay, so as aforementioned, just took the dust sheets off it. It's actually really good to see it. I feel like I've not seen it in forever. But yeah, I'm still no further ahead than I was a couple of weeks ago. I've got the subframe still waiting to go on, but I'm actually waiting for the a few bits for that to come before I can reassemble it. But everything's still off underneath. Exhaust system still off, subframe still off, drive shaft still off, oil cooler still off. So plenty to be getting on with. But what I have been doing the past week or so is a few bits of surface rust repairs under the strut towers, under the arches, a little bit on the sills. On this sill, which is a common thing with most cars, let alone the GTV, but on the front part of the sill, right on the seam, was completely flat, crushed to the car, thanks to people jacking it up on the seam and flattening it flat as a pancake. Really annoying. So I bent all that back, and I also opened the seam up completely, drilled the welds out, opened the seam up, removed a little bit of surface rust right in the middle of the seam. Beyond the seam, you could almost put a ruler to it, it was that straight. Beyond the seam was nice, fresh, new galvanised metal, because obviously these were galvanised from the factory, but just in between the seam was corroded. So as aforementioned, just drilled the spot welds out, opened that seam up just a little bit, took all that rust completely off, treated it, and then closed it back up and welded it shut again. So I've stopped that just in time, stopped it in its tracks. But yeah, other than that, there's just no rust or corrosion on this car anywhere at all. This is the passenger side strut tower. Again, a little bit of surface rust treatment just here. Took it back to bare metal, treated it. On that, what you see there is POR 15. What I plan to do now is a couple of layers of stone chip under the entire under arch before I put the arch liners back on. So lots and lots to be getting on with on this car. Obviously, if you have subscribed to my channel, you will notice I've just rebuilt the drive shafts ready to go in. I also need to replace the diff seals before they go back on. So yeah, once I do get it back together in its current state, then I'll be moving on to the front end, just replacing all things like this. To be honest, the bottom radiator mount completely rotten, which is really common for these cars. I've actually got a stainless steel one from Totally Alfa, custom fabricated, which is a very common upgrade now for these cars, so that'll be going on. Engine wise, let's have a quick look underneath. Oh, it's actually really grotty under here at the moment. But yeah, engine wise, I've got a lot to do. What I plan to do in the future: new expansion tank, I'll be putting one of those on. I'll be removing the plenum chamber and both valve covers. I'll be getting those nicely redressed, done up. Same with the fuel rails. I've got a new radiator to go in, new filter housing. I've got quite a lot of new things to do under here. I've got a new one of these plastic trims, because this one is actually cracked on mine. Don't know if you can see there. So yeah, I actually found a company selling these original OEM Alfa Romeo parts going for cheap, so I snapped one up, because the actual cover on mine was missing as well, just here, and the new one came with a new cover, so that's another reason why I got it. I think I got it for about 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that, which was a bargain really. Obviously all Alfa Romeo, anything to do with Alfa is just, I found some parts are just ridiculous cost wise. But yeah, I know when I remove this bumper, I've got a bit of rust removal to do on the front cross member, no doubt. So yeah, it's all happening really slowly but surely. There isn't a gap there, by the way, it's just not shut properly, obviously. So yeah, got quite a bit to do. I'll just give you a quick look inside. See, one thing I wanted to ask some viewers as well is the colour on this car. I've not actually managed to find it out. The car looks black. It's got like a grey, like a silver kind of metallic to it in the sunlight, but it's also got like a blue, like an ink blue tinge to it as well. I really like to know the official colour on this, so if anybody can help me out. I've tried looking at the paint code, but I just can't find a definitive answer. So yeah, interior. I love the interior on these cars, absolutely gorgeous. This video just doesn't do them justice. Nice red carpets. They're actually the sills and the wings in the car at the moment. As you can see, the gear knob has fell through. That's because I took the everything down from underneath. Yeah, the interior on my GTV, absolutely, honestly, it's mint. In every way, it's mint. No wear in it whatsoever. I absolutely love the interiors on these GTVs, the red carpets. I mean, only Alfa Romeo could get away with a red whorehouse interior. They just pull it off so well. Absolutely love them. How they look, how Alfas feel, how they smell. Yeah. Brilliant, love them. So yeah, up here, these are all brand new parts waiting to go on. Here I've got the new radiator. I've got new arch liners, 3 out of 4 brand new ones. Got these at an absolutely fantastic price when you're doing a rebuild underneath. They'll make a nice difference underneath as opposed to the old cracked, knackered, pebble dashed old ones. But yeah, after me complaining that Alfa parts are expensive, I actually got these at a bargain. But I think it was a quick window when they was available, and I snapped them up, and now they're no longer available. Certainly not at the price I got them at anyway. In fact, I've seen some websites selling the odd one for 3 and 4 times what I paid for these, so I was just lucky, I guess. Some people will think, bloody hell, what's the point in me placing arch liners? Well, obviously the car's 20 years old. When I'm doing a full nut and bolt restoration underneath, the old arch liners are completely, absolutely battered to death, some are cracked, damaged, so because I got these at such a good price, I just snapped them up. I managed to get 3 out of 4 arch liners. I just couldn't manage to get the front passenger side one. That's the only one I couldn't get hold of, which as it happens was my worst one, so I'm gutted about that. So yeah, what else have we got up here? Got the Koni Sport adjustable front dampers waiting to go on. The stainless exhaust system, that is a Cybox, that actually came with the car, to be honest. CF2 manifolds, they're still waiting to go on. Yeah, the new drive shafts are rebuilt the other day. Let me give you a quick look underneath. Sorry about the rubbish lighting, but yeah, rear end, as you can see, it's all been fully restored, fully rebuilt. Koni Sports on the rear, fully polybushed, looking good. So yeah, whenever I struggle on motivation on this car, I just come under, have a quick look at the rear end and it just spurs me on that little bit more. I mean, this car is so close to being put back together yet so far. There really is so much to do. Parts wise, there's all my parts under there waiting to go on. Lots of Febby stuff, joints, bushes, chassis plates, wishbones. Yeah, there's bloody more under there than what there looks, to be honest. It's my box full of all the bolts I've took off the car, all bagged and labelled, so I know where everything is. This is what I'm actually working on at the moment, is refinishing or restoring this oil cooler and pipe work. It's not leaking, it seems to be fine. I actually wanted to replace these, and I probably will in the future, but obviously if it's not leaking, then I just thought, just clean it up and keep using it. I'm not expecting it to last forever. It is a weak point on these cars, but I've no doubt I'll be replacing it in the future. But for now, I just plan to dress this up, give it a good clean up and put it back on the car. So obviously, as you can see, I've pretty much got lots of parts. I've stocked up on all the parts that I need to rebuild it, but there's obviously a lot that I still need. I still need the downpipes. They're going to cost me £300 to £400 just for the downpipes. But I'm not buying anything significant at the moment due to what's happening, so it's all come to a standstill really. But yeah, I also need top mounts for the front struts. I could reuse the old ones. They don't seem to be too bad, but I ideally wanted to replace them. But as most people with these cars will tell you, there's only actually one that's available from Alfa Romeo. I think is it the right side that's available, but the other side is completely non-existent. They just don't exist. And the only other option I've got is to buy custom fabricated ones online, but at a cost of, well, a couple of £100 each, I think they are. I mean, even these little tiny triangular trim pieces to the fog lights, these just cover up screws which remove the fog lights, but these little pieces have a tendency to snap and go missing, as most people are aware. I mean, just these, an absolute fortune. A fortune. You wouldn't believe how much these cost, or at least it did cost up until the legend Gary Fisher at Totally Alpha started making his own. You can get these now at a reasonable price, but before then they were a fortune. People are paying over, like, you know, £100 and odd just for a little plastic piece of trim. I mean, parts for this car, honestly, in true Italian car fashion, I mean, it's just, honestly, it's just Ferrari prices on some things. It's ridiculous, but that's what makes these things special, you know. So yeah, there you go. That's how the car stands at the moment. Lots to do. Sometimes you got that much to do, you just don't know where to start. But I'll just keep chipping away at it, keep going. And but yeah, any kind of big spending at the moment has been put on hold for obvious reasons due to what's happening. But luckily, as I say, I've got most parts of significant, you know, the expensive parts I've already got, most anyway. But I'm just buying little bits at the moment. I'm not spending any more money on it until everything gets sorted out. But I'm in no rush. I'm just going to take my time and just enjoy doing it, really. I mean, this car, this garage, this is my church, you know. This is where I come to get away from the world, really. This is my happiness. This is what I love to do. Without this car, I really would be climbing the walls. I'd be fed up. So yeah, I'm just enjoying doing it, really. So yeah, that's enough waffle from me. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Just a little update, really. A few people have been asking me for it. They wanted to see the car, so here you go. So yeah, without further ado, I shall see you in the next one.